Alright, this is, I don't know, Inthescoob 7. With one of my good, newer great pals, Kenny. How's it going, man?
Pretty good, man. We were talking about females, right?
No, I think we were right before.
Nah, honestly, just I feel like females with daddy issues they can't escape their past, so that's why they go through relationships so fast, and like they don't know how to be in a stable relationship because they're stuck, and just like that mentality of how they grew up, and like I don't know, I've just known that from experience.
No, you're right. Like, some people are like serial daters. They just date, then they date the next person.
It's sick.
Then they date the next person, and then they date the next person.
And they think they're doing the right thing because they're like, oh, okay, well, I'm in a new relationship now, so it's gonna get better. Yeah. And then like 2 years later, it's not, and then you have to find another relationship. It's like, you know, they never just have peace of mind. I feel like
that's why, like, they're trying to escape their own brain. They don't want to be alone. But that's only place you can really evolve. It's once you go within.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know. I feel like eventually that's just, I mean, I feel like in my generation, that's the mentality. Kids are just, you know, that speed dating thing, like Tinder and all this random shit, Twitter.
Oh, it's probably definitely perpetuated now, but...
Yeah,
it's definitely perpetuated now. It was like that kind of...
Yeah.
When I was, like, your age, like 6-7 years ago. But I'm guessing that through social media, how it's kind of exploded in all the apps with Tinder, like...
MySpace was probably the first thing.
Oh my god, dude! So my MySpace chicks. That was an interesting time.
And then I would get their number from MySpace.
Wow, MySpace chicks.
Yep. All throughout high school, that was it. And then probably once I got on the Facebook, but my family's on Facebook. That's why I don't use Facebook anymore. Just because
it kind of.
It's like too personal. It's
true. It's too personal.
It's more like a business.
Yeah, people are too formal. I feel like people are like trying too hard. But that's just in general everywhere, though.
But that's what I think Facebook was intended for, was to be business. And then more families got onto it, and people were like posting pictures, and then, you know, companies are like checking your Facebook to see if you ever posted anything weird. It's like weird. Like Facebook is like an app that like I don't feel safe getting on.
I know, dude.
It's weird.
I understand. Like, it's good I like catching up with people on there, like old pals. Maybe just we'll run into each other online. Maybe they'll be here and I'll be
somewhere
there too.
Close. Yeah.
But at the same time, I feel like if I wasn't trying to sell art, I probably wouldn't be on for sure.
No, I think it strictly should be for business, and I mean that's what LinkedIn is. I don't know if you heard of that.
I've heard of it, but no, I don't have one. It's too many, man. It's too many. I already have too much already.
Yeah, I feel you. It is an overload. That, and I think Twitter might be the best just for like passing time. But I feel I can like feel when I'm on there too much, and then I'm like, I don't want to touch my phone anymore. Like I see some shit I don't want to see. Like, and it'll like ruin my day.
What do you feel about like the memory? Like, do you feel like everything you've ever seen is still in your brain somewhere? So like all the little scrolls, you think you're not seeing it, but your brain is still like catching up on it, just seeing it.
And then when somebody else is playing on their phone, I'm like, oh shit, I saw that too. And I'm like, oh shit, I did remember that. Yeah, it is weird. It's like little implants in your brain.
Yeah.
Every 5 seconds, you're like taking in information, random information.
It's crazy.
Fucking crazy. Yeah, but I don't know. That's why I feel like dating is so weird now. Like just Like,
But everyone's not with it though.
mm,
I've met some cool women over the past few years, but it's definitely perpetuated. The percentage of like just real people in general are smaller, but I feel like it might be rising a little bit. But at the same time, when I get out of that bubble of like people I know that are real, I can just go out and like the society somewhere. It's just like, whoa, maybe not. Like,
yeah,
maybe
honestly.
not, yo.
And I think more women are like outspoken, and I think that kind of like, cause us men, we kind of like try to find a way that's not awkward, and women don't give a fuck. They'll just like say and do whatever.
Oh yeah, like for real, women are sexual aggressors.
Yeah, like they
Straight
say
up.
we are, but
No,
like
they are.
I feel like we are when it comes to like, okay, parties, girl and a guy gets drunk. A guy gets drunk, then that's when he's gonna turn into the aggressor, and she kind of like
No, I feel like it's the same way either way. Because I feel like just because women know they can get away with anything,
yeah,
like they can do whatever. Like I've been grabbed. Like I'm not gonna like grab, even if like I'm kind of cool. I'm not like gonna like grab some random, not random, but like someone I'm casual with.
yeah,
Like I'm not gonna like grab her ass, like push her against the wall, and, like
yeah.
try
You
to
wouldn't
like
do that,
touch her pussy or like.
but most guys,
Like, but that any woman would do that.
yeah,
Like, and not even think about it.
yeah, like grab your butt or something.
Like, I just mean like anything like that.
Yeah. But I understand, but like I don't understand like what shifted and like
In society, they're trying to make men like more feminine, but not like in a balanced way, like she balanced, but like real soft. They're trying to make men soft. They're trying to give men feminine qualities and make them forget about the masculine qualities.
yeah,
So
like
we just become unbalanced.
and like I've noticed like females that are like taller kind of like feel more entitled than like women that are like shorter. Have you ever realized that?
That's actually kind of interesting. A little bit.
Yeah, like
A little bit.
like they kind of feel like whatever I don't know, like I just feel like you have to like bring more to the table for them. Like you have to be, 6 foot something, a job full time, house already.
I don't think it's really about that. Really, that's a big thing. But women, like I don't know, women are very strange creatures. You can't
Yeah.
really know what they like for real. Like everyone's a little bit different. You can't really put everyone into like a box. Because I know a woman who she's living in her car, just driving around America, stopping at random places. She's been doing that for the past few years. She doesn't fuck with like society, so she just like she doesn't want to deal with the shit. So there's that out there.
Shit. I know some people that like move to different, states to like get away from things, but like living in your car.
No, like she'll go live like in the woods for like weeks at a time. She'll just get a tent and go to like some random wood area.
That's really like desensitizing. Like just like getting away from everybody, like civilization period. Like,
Yeah.
it's weird.
Nah, she's really like for real. She's like really in tune with like the weather and shit though. Like there's been a couple of times where it's like she told me like some hurricanes were gonna happen and like they came. Like she's like, oh, there's like a storm forming in Houston right now. Like she was down there during that time. She's like, yo, there's like it's at the beginning stages, but then like I guess like a few weeks later or like a month later that huge storm came and shit. So I was like, damn, that's kinda
I wouldn't doubt it, honestly. I know there's people that like camp just for like, a hobby. I used to go camping, honestly. And I think it's really I don't know how to put it. Like if you go camping for like a week, and then you come back to your actual house, it's so weird.
Yeah.
You're just like, whoa.
It's more like she's trying to get more in touch with her native roots.
Yeah.
That's her deal, which I totally understand.
Like I feel like just being outdoors. Like I would go during the summer for like a week, and I would just come back and I would feel so refreshed. Like I wouldn't give a fuck about my phone. I wouldn't give a fuck about anything going on.
That's because you're receiving that truth.
Yeah.
That's what it is, really.
I would just like soak up all this knowledge I learned outdoors, and I would just feel like I grew almost. Like I just like evolved almost. Like
true.
Especially like doing activities like going hiking or like chopping wood and like making a fire. It's just like, damn, I really did that. Yeah.
Nothing like a campfire.
Yeah.
That speaks right to the DNA.
Yeah. I feel like camping, like, I mean, it's really therapeutic, but I think it's like something more to it.
No, I don't think it's camping. I think it's like that's how we're supposed to really be living. But we just live in this like manufactured, materialistic type of way for some reason.
I mean, I don't blame it. I feel like people that live in log cabins are like more in tune with nature, I would say.
For sure.
Because I guess it's still like
because they're probably outdoors. More like in the forest.
Yeah, you're still outdoors.
Like for real, just to go back to what we were just talking about at the beginning, when I meet a female who is only from the city, like they're only city people, like I can tell that something is missing from them. That they need like the nature, like they don't have that, like there's something missing.
Definitely. I know what you mean. Like just people that they're not aware of other people around them.
No, it's not that. It's just that like, since we all have a connection to nature. If you're just like a city person and you're just really there for the most part, then you can't connect to the nature.
Yeah.
And then it creates a mindset too, where like I know people who don't really like going out into the woods, or like they'll be afraid of tiny bugs or something like that, and like they get a little dirty and it's like they go crazy.
Yep. Especially people that are like scared of like insects, like spiders and stuff. Oh fuck! I mean, like the closest I've gotten to like almost being bitten by something was a snake.
Oh, a snake? No, I don't fucking with no snake. A spider basically doesn't really give a fuck about.
Yeah. Unless it's on you, then you might be late, depending on what type of spider it is.
Yeah.
And if you're sleeping, but like. We were walking in the woods, and so we came down past a waterfall. So we passed the waterfall, went down a hill, past a couple of trees, and then we, hung out on this, like, it was like a broken tree over a river. So we sat on the tree and just, like, hung out and, did stuff. Then as we were walking back, I saw a black snake.
Oh,
I was like, oh snap. And what do they say? Yellow on black, you're okay, Jack, but like red and yellow will kill a fellow or something like that. It's like an old saying.
I don't remember. It's probably some Boy Scouts. I forgot that stuff.
Yeah.
From a long time ago.
So I was like, oh shit. My first reaction was, wow, we might have to go a different direction, because like if you try to go around the snake, it might like hiss at you.
Yeah.
And my friend was like, nah, fuck that snake, just jump over it. And as he walked over to it, it like came over to him and like hissed at him. And like I was like, nah, we have to go a different way. And like we just went a total like
what?
I think we went like around the river, and then we went like down another route, and then we just went up the hill. Because I was like, there's no point in like trying to cross a snake. That's a bad idea.
Wow. Wow. I cannot believe. Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I can't believe someone actually said that.
Yeah. Like, I feel like being in nature, you definitely have to know stuff like that. You can't just like
Yeah.
walk around in the
Jump
forest
over.
and try to jump over snakes. You can't just do that. Snakes are faster than you in some instances, like, you know.
Oh my god.
Yeah, don't ever jump over a snake. Just go around. Take a different route. There's no point.
Wow. Oh my god.
And they really hissed at him. Like, it just, like, came up really fast and hissed at him. And it wasn't a big snake. It was about maybe this size.
Okay.
But that's a pretty decent size. That's a pretty decent size. So I was like, nah, fuck that. It was probably like to like right here. Yeah. So I was like, fuck that.
Damn, I can't even think straight after you said that, dude.
Yeah, man.
My mind's blown, dude. For real, seriously. I'm not. Alright.
But nah, man. Things like that can happen in the woods all the time. I saw a bear one time in the woods.
I heard coyotes. Something. It might have been coyotes. Like, I think they just found the kill. They're like killing that shit.
Oh yeah, there's coyotes around here.
No, not around here. I don't think there are none around here.
No,
I think so. Around here?
I think so. I'm not gonna lie to you. No bullshit. On my mom's and everything. I would say about 5 or 6 years ago, me and my friends were outside during the summer. I'll never forget this. It's in the same neighborhood I live in now. We were outside. I don't know what we were doing outside, but I guess it was just like, you know, late, but it wasn't too late to go inside. It was maybe about like 8. Nah, it couldn't have been 8. It had to be like maybe around 10 or 11. And so I guess we were playing manhunt because, you know,
manhunt.
Everybody in the neighborhood could come out and play that shit. So we were playing manhunt. And like after we got done, we were walking down the hill. Somebody was like, "Is that a dog?" And I was like, "Nah, I don't think it's a dog because it would like come to you if it was a dog. Most dogs come to you. They're friendly.
Yeah.
Or if they're lost and they're trying to find something. But it was just sitting there, and it was like, it was on the top of a hill. Well, there's like a slope. I live like in the middle of the neighborhood, so there's like a slope.
Right.
And so there was a coyote like standing like right at the end of it, so it was kind of like silhouette, so you couldn't see it. And I was like, "Nah, dog, I don't think that's a dog, because it would like come to us." And like we heard a growl, and I was like, "Nah, fuck that. We might as well just leave." And we all just like kind of walked away. And I promise you that had to be a coyote, because I feel like it was walking slow. It kind of like left this scene kind of weird.
Maybe. Because like coyotes usually roll in packs, though.
Oh, so you're saying it would have
might
been
be
more
because
than
like, no, I'm the same. Probably would have saw more than one.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, it's possible because like there's so much woods that one might just wander. It might be a bear wandering around here at some point too.
I wouldn't doubt it. I'm getting a phone call. Hello? Hey, I'm at my friend Will's house. Yeah. Yeah, he did. Where you at? Alright, bye. Sorry, man, that was weird. But yeah, so, being in tune with nature. Oh, so I went hiking, Crabtree Falls. Have you ever been there?
No.
Oh, man. Beautiful.
It's in Virginia?
Yes, it's in Virginia.
Northern, I assume.
Or it's about central.
I say it could be central too. Yeah.
But it's a little past Forest, Virginia. I want to say that's where it's called. Forest, VA, which is not too far from where I stay in Lynchburg. So it was about maybe like a hour and a half, 2-hour drive, and it was pretty nice. That's where I saw the bear, but that was when I went the second time. But it has like a beautiful waterfall, great scenery, and like being out there is really nice. Like I would go out there again because it's just really beautiful and defined. You know, you could really go down hundreds of trails. think they have about like, I want to say like 20 trails. I want to say maybe more than that. At one point, we were scaling rocks. Like I was like scaling, and I was like, "What am I doing?" Like I was like, "I've never done this before, just randomly scaling rocks." And I was with my friends, and I was just like, "Yeah, this is like a life-defining moment." Like I felt refreshed after I made it to the top.
Course.
Yeah. So yeah.
That speaks right to the DNA, man.
Yeah, man, definitely. I think I have a couple of pictures from it on my phone.
So, when you gonna get that first Realm Royale win, man?
I'm trying to. Been trying to for a minute. I've been playing a lot.
Yeah, we're gonna run some duos later.
Oh yeah, I'm trying to get some dubs. Definitely. It's a really good game. I didn't think I would like it as much as I did.
Same. When I watched gameplay for it, or like the trailer, I was like, what? And I gave it a shot, and it's actually pretty legit. I like the aiming because you have to anticipate.
Yeah.
It doesn't just get there.
Yeah. Definitely.
And the chicken element, how you can get away.
Yeah.
I like that.
I do too. It's so fun to get away.
That show, like, the game is so fucking random, dude.
Yeah,
like,
it is.
Even though it's just that one map already, I feel like I see random shit still.
Yeah.
I didn't know this before.
It's because it comes at different angles. That's just like that. When you have a map defined like that, you really just like soak up all the buildings and different elements of like the frost place and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, fungal garden.
Yeah, fungal garden. Yeah, I see potential in that game.
What are your thoughts on Red Dead now? That's been a little bit.
Man, well, I played the first Red Dead. Well, not the first. The actual first Red Dead was Red Dead Revolver.
Yeah, no one's played that.
I played that at somebody's house. I never owned it.
Yeah, Red Dead Redemption. That's the first one.
Yeah, Red Dead Redemption. The storyline for that is great. So I fell in love with that. Then I played the Undead. It was all right.
It was fun a little bit.
But Red Dead Redemption 2 I think should win Game of the Year. Honestly,
I think it did. I don't remember though. I just saw it someplace real fast.
Off the storyline alone, and then what you can do afterwards is so like mind blowing. Like all the different connections, like things that connected to the first game, the Easter eggs. All like you can determine whether you want to be like a really crooked criminal or like a kind-hearted.
Oh yeah. Well, real quick, have you ever played Mass Effect before?
Mass Effect, yes, I have. I played the first one.
You haven't played the other two?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Other two are legendary, but like I feel like every once in a while there's like a game or something in life that when it comes out it changes everything. And I feel like when Mass Effect came out, like Mass Effect 2 and 3, that was like one of those moments that changed games, because now I can see even Assassin's Creed has like that element where you can choose and different things happen, and it's like you get different people be alive, different people be dead, different people see you differently.
Right, yeah. I did think that. I was wondering why that game was so, I felt like Mass Effect was ahead of its time when I played the first one.
It was. The second one, like, the first one's it's a little clunky, the gameplay, you know?
Yeah, it is. But
they fix it in 2. In 3, it's really good.
Oh, okay.
It's really good in 3. But 2 is really good as well.
Yeah.
The shooting in 1 it's hard to play that game sometimes.
Yeah.
For real. It's hard.
But I like the dialogue when I first played it, because I was like, wow, you can actually, like, determine what's, going on.
Yeah. You can kill whole, like, civilizations.
Yeah. Yep.
It's interesting.
Definitely. That, and I think it made Fallout too, because Fallout is pretty much like that too in a way.
I've heard of that, but I've never played it.
Yeah, all those games are, to be honest.
See, that's why I feel like. Have you played Skyrim before?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Skyrim kind of dropped the ball there, because like no matter what you do, no one ever sees you any differently.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, you can save the entire world from dragons, and like
okay, well, here's another question. Yes, I don't know. I like the first Skyrim.
You mean Oblivion?
Yeah,
It's not the first. But
Well,
I started with Skyrim. I didn't play any of the older ones. But I've gotten to like the story. Like it's pretty interesting. The story.
Yeah, the story is, and you know the different clans and stuff. I like Fable's another game that's just like that too.
Yeah, I like Fable 2.
Yeah.
Fable 3 was okay.
Yeah, it was okay.
Didn't play Fable. Didn't play the first one.
The first one was
probably good.
Very good.
Yeah, I know.
Very,
I just
very
haven't
good.
played it. Have you ever played Perfect Dark?
Perfect Dark.
On 64, the old one.
Perfect Dark.
Yo, was it you that recognized Dire Docks from Mario 64 when we were chilling?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, man, that's such a recognizable theme there.
It is,
man. Speaks to your brain.
It does. Man, like stuff like, I would never forget that game or like that sound or anything.
That's another one of those games where I feel like when it came out, it changed other games because it had like that camera. That can
rotate
parallel. I don't know what it's called. Can't say it.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, and then just like the open world, different worlds. Like you can hop in. There's a lava world. There's a snow world. There's a everything's opposite world. There's a water world. It's pretty interesting. Pretty deep. Oh, yo, I found my memory card for Nintendo 64.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
What?
You wanna know what's crazy? I had it right. I was like, yo, what if this was the last thing that survived the entire civilization? And like the next civilization finds it and they try to like transcribe it and they look into it and they're like
mind blowing.
They're like, yo, there's this guy named Mario that's like their savior that comes and saves the universe. And like there's an evil Bowser monster that's trying to like destroy the universe. Like
mind blowing.
Like you never know. Like we're looking up all this ancient Egypt shit. But like we don't know. We could just be looking at like their comic books and shit. Like they're just having fun telling stories. We think they're telling like this.
That's why I always
message.
thought that capsule idea was a good idea. Like putting stuff in a capsule and like just hiding it away for like.
They sent some shit into outer space.
For real?
Yeah, supposedly. Like I'm not even gonna get into that, but supposedly.
That would be cool if they did though.
Yeah.
Hopefully they did.
Think they landed on the moon?
I don't know, because I wasn't around for it. I feel like that's a hard topic. I feel like a lot of people want to say they know, but like it's like so I wasn't there for it. Honestly, I was not there. I wasn't watching TV. Maybe if I saw it on TV, I was like,
the footage looks fake as fuck. Dude.
Yeah,
Star Wars looks better than that.
It does. But if I would have to be there, like dead ass. Because then there was so-called people watching them take off. So I would have to ask them.
That doesn't mean nothing.
It doesn't.
Because what they do, if you look, they have all their ports are on, like, the sides of the country. Like Florida, one's in the northeast, and another one's, like, in California. So when you watch it, it looks like they're going far, but supposedly the ones that are the deniers that say, like, they just land in the ocean so far that you can't see it anymore.
Well, if they did fake it, I feel like they could get to it now.
Maybe.
They should be able to.
Okay, if I never... Okay. Try to erase everything you know about the moon right now. Okay. It's a full moon. It's almost a full moon, like a couple days. Look at the moon, right? Does it look like you can look right through it?
No. Well, I haven't thought about it. At some points, I probably have looked through it. I can say I have.
Like, next time it's a full moon, like in a couple days, just look at it and tell me if it doesn't look like it's like hollow. Like you can see the other side. Like it looks like it's a weird glow. Yeah. Let's look at it. I did that the other day. I was just like, man, it really looks like, I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know though. But it just looks like it. If I take away all the knowledge in my brain, it's like, what does that look like right there?
Maybe it's an illusion. It could be. But I feel like if they really did fake the moon landing, then the Russians got there before us.
If it's possible to get to the moon.
If it is possible to get to the moon, then the Russians got there before us. Because there would be no reason why they would fake something like that. Like, for what? I mean, I know people wanted to go to the moon at that point in time. But maybe they felt like it was rushed. Like people just wanted to see it too soon, or see what was up there. Like okay, they figured out what was on Mars recently. I think they figured out
Who knows?
ice.
Who knows if they were even there, man?
Yeah, and it's like okay, we figured out ice is there. Now what? It's just more elements, I guess. Who fucking knows?
Yeah, who knows, dude?
That's why I feel like the best and weirdest profession is to be an astronaut because you don't know what the fuck you're about to do at any point.
I don't know. Like, do you know about the origins of NASA?
No, I really don't.
NASA was founded by the Nazi scientists that did the Holocaust.
I could see. I honestly could see that. I honestly could see that.
They even talk about that shit in like Marvel movies and TV shows. If you ever watch like Agents of Shield,
Dude,
they really go into depth on that.
Yeah, the Germans were on their shit at
that
one
swastika?
point. At one point in
What are your thoughts on the swastika?
Fuck that shit.
But here's the thing, though. It's an ancient Egypt or ancient Kemet type symbol that they just took it.
But fuck it for what it stood for when they were using it.
Okay.
You know, because it's like, when I see that, I just see hatred now.
See, that's probably why it's there, though. Because you're like, oh, I hate the swastika, but, like, it's really, like, some shit.
No, I'm not even saying
I'm
not saying I hate this. I'm saying whenever I see a swastika, I'm like, that's how they feel. Or, like, that's whoever, is repping the swastika is hatred. You know what I mean? I just feel like they hate every fucking thing. They want everything to die. You know, it's